Welcome to El Mercado's 8th Monday night wine tasting. Tonight we have Juan Ernesto Hernandez from Domaine Select Wines, and we're going to talk about a couple different wines. We have two white wines, one from Austria, another one from Argentina. Then we're going to be doing two red wines, one from Austria and one from Argentina again, so it should be interesting. We have the A team here today.
Absolutely.
Juan, a little bit about yourself and Domaine Select, and then we'll get into the wines.
Certainly, I'm a friend of El Mercato. Thank you for inviting us.
My pleasure.
We had a great dinner here Saturday night, and which we certainly enjoyed the Zweigelt. And basically, what we are is we're a national importer, and we thrive on small growers with great stories behind them, and certainly definition of a personality and distinction and terroir.
This first wine is the Brando, the Heiligenstein Riesling, and the Heiligenstein, basically the best cru in Austria for Riesling. This wine in particular, unlike in Burgundy where you want to be mid and top, this one is a little bit lower in elevation, down on the hill, and is where you want to be. And this wine, it really shows a crisp minerality, really nice peach, nice floral notes. It's beautiful Riesling. Cheers.
Absolutely. Yes, Gunther is a young man. He comes from a family of vignerons, and very tiny operation, very tiny enclave. I believe we're talking something like 600 cases of this 2006, mind you, Riesling. So the wine has had some time to evolve very graciously in the bottle.
The next wine that we're going to be doing today is the Torrontés from Nomade. This is an Argentinian Torrontés, obviously. Beautiful example of Torrontés. I've had a lot of these, and this one really stands out. It has superb minerality, the floweriness, the pear notes in here with the flower is just with the minerality is just gorgeous.
Achaval Ferrer is one of the great names of winemaking, one of the great successful stories in Latin America. Tomas comes from the clan of the Achaval side, and Torrontés, as we see it today, is a very new and young expression of the wine. This is to be oxidized, maderized white. The vines are between 35 to 40 years of age, which makes them, fight that much harder and give you smaller yields.
And this is really nice.
Spirited, tame alcohol, great expression of fruit, lovely color, beautiful extraction, but it's not overly done. It's
it's not
decent.
Now this is
and eloquent.
100% stainless steel.
Yes.
So you get a lot of that fruit element. You don't lose anything to the wood. And like Juan was saying, it's a 2009. This should be drunk young. This wine should be drunk young to get the best expression of the wine. And this is definitely a beautiful, probably the best expression that I've had of it. The next wine that we're going to taste is a red wine from Austria. It's a gorgeous red wine, Zweigelt.
Burgenland, the region in which Anthony Eby fashions his Zweigelt, is the bordering region. It's a very low land region between Hungary and so that would be the easternmost part.
It's a lot warmer. You have a lot warmer climate down there, a lot warmer growing season, earlier ripening season.
Absolutely.
And
2 or 3 weeks before they're harvesting in Bacau
exactly.
or in Cantal, and it's actually compared to Bordeaux.
Yeah.
Has that type of a climate and an altitude. As far as Zweigelt is concerned, it's a wine that provides tremendous pleasure. Lots of beautiful red fruit, bright acidity, very clean. A wine that does not need to go through any oak aging.
No. Well, this usually you'll see these wines that are aged in large format casks, 10,000 liters, large fooders. And I believe this one is aged in that style just by the smell of it. And also, just backtracking, Zweigelt is a cross between Blaufränkisch and Saint Laurent, which we didn't mention, but we assume everybody knows that.
Once again, we're talking great values here, wines that you can enjoy at the restaurant between $30 and $40 a bottle, which makes them sweet. And chill it for South Florida, and it's perfect.
Yeah, this one with a nice chill on it is delicious. Just a really nice red wine from Austria, which you don't see enough of, but you'll probably see more of this in the future. The next wine we're going to taste tonight is the Ernesto Catena Malbec.
The horse that you see in the label is allegoric to the beauty of Patagonia and the beauty of the Pampa, that untamed padrillo, that untamed stud.
This is a great food wine. A lot of heavier food that, or full-bodied dishes. This goes great with steaks, with cheeseburgers, with pizza, which we don't have here, but literally.
With your gnocchi and ragu. With your gnocchi and ragu.
With the ragu, gnocchi and ragu. But I'm just saying, such a wide variety of dishes. that this goes with. And also this one, because it doesn't see too much wood, it sees a little bit, maybe neutral. It's easy to drink. You can drink this Malbec on yourself, and I've had Malbecs before where you really need food with it. You can't drink it alone because you get the purple tooth.
I love the cherry. I love the red fruit. Traditionally, Malbec tends to give you a lot of forest fruit.
Yeah.
This is refreshing. This has very mellow and caressing tannins. It's not as chewy, perhaps, as some of the Malbecs are. And for being a 2008, which is a very young vintage, only 2 years out, I think it's a wonderful example to introduce Americans and your clients here at Mercato to the beauty that Malbec is and the category.
And with a great winemaker and a great wine. Thank you.
Goodbye, Domaine Select.
Thank you. Juan, thanks a lot. Cheers.
Let's do it again.
We will. Salud. This is the first blind wine. Wow, that's got anise. Anybody smell like anise in that? Like a licorice kind of thing going on. Old world or new world?
New world.
New world? New world? New world. I'm going old world.
I'm going old world.
Nothing goes better with Spam. Dry, flinty white wines.
Mediterranean.
I'm going New Zealand. I'm going to go New Zealand.
Muscadet, man. Yeah, from Italy. All right. Woohoo. Anybody want to say what this is right off the bat?
There's some talent. It's spicy.
Moderate climate, old world. Where do we have that? Yeah.
Sangiovese from Humboldt.
Rainbow flavors.
Like when you open up a bag of Skittles, it's like not one distinct fruit, it's artificial kind of flavors of it. Like there's like.
Did anybody bring a Chianti tonight? No? Okay, it's not a Chianti.
Oh, he's clearly wrong.
All right, everybody take another taste of their wine. They're better del well. Like Tempranillo. Thanks for coming to Il Mercato's 8th weekly wine tasting. Brown bag went very well. We had some really nice white wines tonight.
Very delicious, great wines.
Now next week we're doing
The beer tasting, actually. We have some great ales and great lagers that we are sure to enjoy. So, join us next time for our beer tasting. We will be joined by the beer ninja himself, Josh, and see you next time.
Yeah, definitely. Bring some nice wines. Put them in a brown bag. Bring them over. We'll drink them for you.
See you later.
Salud.
Hello guys, and I just wanted to touch a little briefly actually for next week's beer tasting that we will be doing October 4th to kick off our Oktoberfest week here at El Mercado. Now the first one that I want to touch base on is the Ayinger Oktoberfest Märzen beer. Now Märzen translated actually is in March because for this beer they start the whole brewing process in March, and it traditionally before the modern refrigeration era came in, they allowed the beer to age over the summer months since it was too hot to actually start brewing the beer around that time frame. And then it was ready just in time for the late September, early October weeks to celebrate this huge festival. Now for this one, it does follow strict German rules, which are called the Reinheitsgebot. So it strictly defines the ingredients for the recipe for the beer, which is going to be the hops, the barley, the malt, and the yeast. Now this one is from the Jaeger, which is going to be in the Bavarian country. This one itself is very delicious. It's a darker lager style beer, very nice and just overall refreshing, compared really well with a lot of the items that we will be featuring, like the veal schnitzel, sauerkraut, and most importantly the Canuto. Cheers. Prost.